I brought the world's crunchiest snack.
That's not.
Crunch it. Give me a crunch. Hold on. Get close to the mic.
Oh, he wants you to toss it. Chester Cheeto over
That's
here.
how you crunch right there. All right.
How many cheese balls do you think you could eat in one sitting? Like, could you think you could eat most of that bucket?
How many servings does it say are in that bucket?
If I was making a goal of it, I could eat that whole jug.
I think
28.
I think if I wanted to, I could put the whole jug down. Like if someone was like, "Hey, I'll give you $100 if you put this whole jug down."
New contest.
Next week we all show up with it. There's just cheese dust everywhere. They come in and find our dead bodies among the cheese dust.
Click on multi-stream.
Huh?
Oh, hey, you need to lose to me in a cone eating contest.
That was also on the episodes from 2 years ago.
What?
Mm-hmm.
I can't believe that was 2 years, man.
Right.
Right? Otto's going to be 2 in December.
Who's Otto? Is that the
And
mailman's kid?
I was telling him in the episode I listened to from 2 years ago, he was talking about possibly naming his kid Otto in the episode.
Pretty cool. Yeah.
Are you having deja vu?
Nah. Diarrhea.
No, I took my meds today. By the way, I did take my narcolepsy meds today, so I'm going to be...
Oh, where's our gel?
I've
You're
been
gonna be
on
asleep,
all day.
or-
No, the opposite. Chris Jackson, where's our what?
Where's the gel?
I got my
Mine's
gel right here.
Oh, mine's right here.
You're the only one that
I'm a
doesn't
little
have
afraid to consume it.
I'm a little afraid it's going to taste... I don't know if I need 1,425
it's
milligrams.
Called goo.
It is called goo. Like, do I need 1,425 milligrams of amino acids?
Sure.
Yes.
The amino acids are good for you.
Yeah, but is
they're not
1,425 milligrams good
They're
for
not
you?
really mean.
But we can save it, and I'll use it tomorrow before softball.
Ooh, you want to do that so we can actually see if it helps us perform better?
We'll have Josh take it tonight.
Yeah. Oh,
If
we'll
he
all take some
lives-
from his packet.
If I live.
We'll split the packet.
They're scary.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm saving this for sports.
Also, Joey?
Yes.
Wait, did you guys already start?
We are live.
Yeah, we are
yes.
live.
Thank you for
she was
checking
gonna, She was gonna drop some serious words.
Some,
No, I was just going to ask a question. But
Oh.
it's
Just do it.
related, so.
no, hold on. I'll mute everybody.
What?
No, it's okay.
And we're back.
Yeah, so the church is up for sale.
Yeah.
Obviously.
Yeah, obviously. Avi. Ah.
You should check out our story here in a second on Facebook and Instagram.
Why?
This is funny.
Okay. I don't know if I should do this one or the Facebook one. Whichever one you want, Adam. It's cool.
There's Floyd. Hey, Floyd.
Floyd on early tonight.
Oh yeah, you see more of the chat in Facebook, but YouTube is. It would be more lucrative for us to get more people to view on YouTube. But either or, Facebook you'll see more what other people say. Asking of what platform to comment in on. Hey, look at that. We're already up to 4 viewers.
It was 5.
Yeah. We lost
Holla.
one.
I bet it's because of that viral video sensation I posted earlier. Guarantee. I think I've posted to everything already. I reposted to
didn't share.
Facebook. I posted to Twitter. I posted to Instagram.
Oh, I'm supposed to do that.
And, dude, did you see where I said we might be able to start going live on TikTok as well?
How are we doing that?
Well, it would take a lot of effort, but but it would be cool. We'd have
What
to
do-
set
what
up
do
a
we-
whole separate.
Just a phone?
No, I mean we could still run it the way we're running it. We just have to set up a thing of having a switcher possibly for the TikTok.
We already
to
have a
do-
switcher.
Well, we would have to have somebody specifically doing it for TikTok because it's only in that one frame, unless we stacked them and just had each person's head.
I share
stacked
my
over top of
feed
each.
or my
Feed.
feed. Okay, sorry.
It's all right. We ask that. You've been asking that for the past year. I would say 2, but it's been about a year.
Because I didn't post in the beginning.
Yep. Well, we didn't do video for a long time, but yeah. But if we just set up a whole separate screen of having each person's face stacked on each other, it would work that way. But it would have to be its own stream. That guy looked like he had goat legs.
goating it.
Have you seen the picture that that posted of Tom's legs? That's not his real legs, right?
I don't know, man. They mess with that stuff all the time, but he's lost a ton of weight. He could just have skinny legs, man. And and the one is skinnier than the other too, like where he had that surgery and stuff. And so maybe
That looks like freakishly.
it's a
weird.
little scary, right?
Preseason football. I thought I turned that off. I'm pretty sure I turned that off.
You can still turn it back off. There you go. Oh, she turned it back on. She's got
Sorry,
that other
It
remote.
distracts Brett.
I did
We
not.
tried
Brett,
that one time.
As you're
No.
sitting there staring at
Not
it.
preseason. I could care less about preseason.
That was the
Oh, dude.
Browns and the Eagles playing a tight 8-2 game or 8-3.
I meant to text you last night to give you some Reds tickets, but it was like very last second, like right before the game started. And so, but Kel had bought tickets a week ago before the kids were supposed to go back to school. She's like, yeah, I got tickets for the Wednesday before they go back to school. I was like, okay, whatever. She's like, yeah, it's in the evening. Well, it was like 5 o'clock, and I checked my phone, the app, the
It said, "You
MLB.
have tickets."
popped
It was
up,
like
"Hey."
12:30. I said the game was at 12:30 today, Kel. She's like, no, it's at 6:40. And I was like, sorry, I didn't mean to make her sound like that. She's like, no, it was at 6:40.
That was the she could be listening catch.
Yeah. And
It was at 6:40, wasn't it?
turns out, it wasn't last week. This week, yes.
Oh.
But she had bought a ticket for this week and not last week by mistake. And then they had Taekwondo lessons that they started that
Hi-ya.
night. And they just had their first day of school. And I was like, we're not going to this Reds game.
So
I
why
started
didn't you hit
texting-
us up?
Well, no, I texted like a bunch of the family members, like, hey, it was like an hour before the game starts. So I was like, hey, I texted a neighbor that gave us some tickets, like, hey, do you want these? And blah, 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 blah. I was trying to fix dinner. I was trying to do a bunch of stuff. And I just didn't get to you in time. Sorry. They were crappy seats, but still.
That's my favorite.
yeah.
Game's
Like
a game.
top row of
That's,
the.
It was a
stadium.
beautiful night, too. It would have been a great night for it. But it was very last minute. We decided not to go. And then I called Colin. And I was like, hey, you want to do this? He's like, oh, I'm tired.
I think I did something yesterday, but I have no idea what.
But yeah, I didn't want that to get back around to you that I didn't do that, but it was just
You-
bad
I
timing.
get it.
You were here.
You were here?
I was here.
I was waiting for you to get it.
Oh.
Like, you were
Last
here,
night
Brett.
you were?
Sound check or the sound training. Yeah.
I'm still on nights.
Yeah, right.
Who was teaching it?
John,
John.
the guy that put the sound system in.
John Johnston?
John Johnstonson,
Mm.
son. Yeah. Let's roll this thing, eh?
I guess.
Oh, the new one. Sorry, I'm gonna hit the old
Oh,
intro.
Yeah, you need to delete that thing.
Ooh, almost messed that up. Here we go. All right, everybody shut up. It's time for the game.
That blows my mind. What'd he say?
He gave my address out on Facebook.
Did he dox you? I don't know. Jesus is coming?
If you say another word, you're out of here. And I was like, yeah, well, you're terrible. So
You think you could kill that cat barehanded if it came at you?
No.
Oh, I think yes.
And this is Podbless.
Hey!
Yo.
There we are.
Hey, yeah.
How's it going, champ? How you doing, sport?
Pal.
Which one's sport?
I'm not your pal, friend.
You know what? You know which one I really hate? Chief. Hey, what's up, Chief? I
Oh.
hate that.
I'm not sure anyone's ever greeted me that way.
I was watching that Australian hitman show, and they were in prison, and
The
somebody said,
what?
"What's up, champ?" And the guy started wanting to fight with him because it's a really big insult in prison in Australia.
Yeah.
Champ?
They call somebody a champ.
Hey, champ. Yeah, that would get on my nerves.
Yeah.
I think I just don't like those. I don't, any of them.
What about boss? Or
It's,
like
your, it's,
hoss?
your,
Boss?
it's your short man complex
Yeah, I
because
guess.
you're so tall.
What- boss?
No.
Boss. I
Hoss?
don't mind being called anything. Hoss. I like Bubby. I always use Bubby. Hey, Bubby.
Huh.
Bubby and sis.
That doesn't bother me as
I have
much
not-
as Chief.
I used to
Chief is the
call
worst.
I used to call all girls sis and all the guys Bubby.
I say homie a lot.
Wow. Yeah, that's cultural appropriation probably.
I can't say homie?
I don't think so. Makes me feel uncomfortable.
I will stop saying that. I'm sorry. Can I say bro?
I'm just kidding. You can say whatever you want.
Yeah,
I say
that's-
bro quite a
Bro's
bit.
bro's white guy, like surfer bro, like
Bro,
white guy.
But I like,
Or Chad, you know.
I use homie. all
Sup,
the time.
bro?
What's up, bro?
Hey, bro.
I really like saying homie, though.
Cooper's been calling me brah. Like, brah, what's up, brah?
Oh, Ben went
sometimes-
through that a year ago, and I hated it.
Sometimes I'll slip in a bruv, just like I'm from England, you know?
Ben he'd be like, "Mom, brah," to his mom. I was like,
Oh.
that was a big thing for parents for a while, where they would get mad at their kid because we didn't understand, and just be like, "I don't understand what you're calling your mother, and I'm going to punish you for it." But it was just another expression to say Hey, dude.
Bruh.
Dude doesn't bother me.
Hey, dude. I say dude quite a bit as well.
Yeah.
Bro. Yeah.
What's up, dork? What's up,
I don't do-
spazoid?
What's up, skank?
I don't use that one.
That's a good one. You should use it in the pulpit sometime.
In the pulpit.
Yeah.
Well, you could work it in
sounded-
like, well, was it Jezebel? Was the Jezebel, right? Get it?
When
Oh.
you say
She's a
pulpit that
skank.
way, it makes me
Pulpit.
think of a pit in a pool.
Yeah, that's where we preach
A
back home.
pool pit.
Yeah, you're not allowed
Yeah.
to swim in mixed company, so we drain it and we preach out
Just
of
preach right
it.
from
Yeah,
it.
pool pit.
Saving lives. One less pool party at a time.
Was in the barber shop.
All I heard was bro.
Lucky, get to go to a barber shop, rub it in. Why
wow.
don't you?
Thanks.
It
You
is
think-
quite nice.
Hey, are there still barbers that will like shave your face and
Straight,
stuff?
straight edge.
Yeah. I've never been to one. Have
Me
you ever?
neither. I'm afraid of the straight razor and someone I don't know with it right at my neck.
Well, there's a bunch of ones that sculpt beards now.
Hey, Josh.
What? Oh, Dave, what's up, Bubby?
He says pray for his mother.
Okay, bud.
Absolutely, my dude. Yeah. My dude. Hey, there's one.
My dude. That is another one.
Yep.
We starting this?
Are we doing this now?
I don't know. Is we?
I mean, at the beginning is going to be the best time.
Right?
So we got this stuff. What's it called, Brett?
Goo.
Yeah. GU.
Goo.
Like-
Okay.
like
put it
grew-
up close to the camera. There.
Grew without the R.
We are not sponsored. Full disclosure, we
But
have no
we would be.
relationship with Gru. Or Goo, sorry. From the Minions.
He's trying to take over the world and whatnot.
It used to be much bigger than that, but then he shrunk it. But what flavor is that one?
This one's cherry limeade.
So this is a substance
It's for runners.
for runners?
That's
Read the
100
ingredients.
calories in
Read
this
the
one little pouch.
ingredients.
It's awesome, isn't it?
I don't like to read because I'm not good at it.
They'll shave your neck and your ears, says.
Malt to dextrin, water, fructose, L-leucine, taurine, sodium citrate, valvoline. No, valvoline. It's got oil in it.
What are the ones on the front?
Potassium citrate.
Sounds healthy.
Yeah.
Roctane, ultra endurance amino acid supplement.
This is going to taste real bad, right? All right, rip it open.
It's more for like recovery.
No, it's like when you're running, like you're in the marathon and you're just dragging and you need calories.
yeah,
That's-
recovery.
Yeah.
1,400 milligrams of amino acids, 125 milligrams of sodium, 35 milligrams of caffeine.
All right, so you open it, take some, and then pass it to Brett, and then he's going to pass it to
You've
me.
got one on your desk.
Well, we're saving those ones,
Are we?
right?
Oh, so I'm only doing like 25 calories
yeah,
worth?
Yeah, you do a third.
Make sure
pass.
you put that in your log.
No,
Yeah,
there's
have you been
always
tested
one.
for COVID lately?
Making a comeback, right? There's a new variant.
Let's make it a comeback.
No, let's not.
Ew.
You got the goo on you.
What's it smell?
I like cherry
It
limeade.
is called goo.
Wow, he just caught that.
Any good?
Well, I can tell you right now, I've not been running a marathon.
Thank you for informing us.
Can I get that on there?
It's like, is it toothpaste or is it more like a
Syrup.
syrup? Okay, so it's a little more gooey than I
It's
thought
gonna
it was gonna
drip.
be.
It's
It's gonna drip. Just take it. Is it good? Now it's toothpaste.
It is toothpaste.
If you get it on the gums, it gets in your
it
bloodstream
gets in your
faster.
bloodstream faster. Is it good?
I don't know. I mean, it's a cherry limeade goo.
So are we gonna like?
Oh
hearts
my
explode?
gosh. Ugh. I'm just kidding.
I thought there was like a aftertaste or something.
There you go.
It's not good. Brett's giving me a face.
It does not taste good.
Oh, I shouldn't have gone last.
It is for the. I didn't put my mouth on it.
Neither did I.
No, I should have gone last because I'm afraid of the terrible taste now.
Can you hear that on the microphone?
Yeah. Oh.
Oh, stop.
Your garbage can's right there. I'm not touching that anymore. Why were we
It's
doing
bad.
that?
It's bad.
We already
Nothing about
have.
that is cherry or lime. Or
We already
lemonade.
have a menu for tonight.
Oh, it's getting worse. Caramel? Anybody feeling caramel on that?
No, carble.
Oh,
Some carbs.
I guess that would make me run faster, so I wouldn't have to eat it.
maybe don't sponsor us.
Hey, so speaking of food or food substitutes, whatever that would be, did you know pickles don't say pickles on the jar?
It's like I can't.
I need to adjust your camera.
Oh, me?
Yeah, it's up too high.
Oh, do it. Oh. Oh, that is bad. Wow. No, thank you. No me gusta. Oh. It's like still coating my, right?
Well, you got to do the one tomorrow too.
Oh, I'm stick. Oh, my
I'm
hand.
afraid if I do it tomorrow, it's gonna make me sick because I feel
We'll
like
be vomiting.
that will make me sick.
Wait. Pickle jars don't say pickles on them?
Yeah. What?
Oh yeah, that's what I was
Spears.
trying to say.
They always say spears. I don't know.
What? No. They say pickles.
Nope. Look it up online if you want to. Yeah, pickle jars don't say pickles. They just say like dill chips, dill spears, sandwich slices, Vlasics, Clausen's. You might find some rando cheap ones
Are
at the
you
dollar
sure?
store. 100%. It's Picklegate, man. Just
Okay,
like some
hold on.
cheese slices only say like American slice.
Or like cheese substitute or cheese product.
Well,
I
some
love
of them
that
just
one.
don't even
That's my
say butter.
favorite. It says
Some of
cheese
them just
product.
butter. It's not a butter spread. It's a something else spread. But yeah, pickles don't say pickles on the jar.
So I can't win this here because if I find one that says it, then I'm killing the show.
Killing the bit. That's
Yeah.
what you do.
Just look up Vlasics or look up Clausen's or look up, well, there are some other pickle brands.
All right, here we go.
Some were arguing that it's a pickle is not actually called a pickle. It's a process.
You like your
You
pickling.
can pickle
because
peppers.
it's really a cucumber,
You
right?
can pickle onions. You can pickle, yeah, it's a cucumber. How old were you when you figured out that a pickle was a cucumber?
Like 31.
Yeah.
No, I found out.
I'm 32.
So I was 14. We were at the place you buy plants from, like food, like not flowers, but like food, And I made a joke about I knew they were cucumbers, but I said, "Where are the pickle plants?"
Adam said, "Hang on," and then he said, "It's true." He went to the fridge to check.
Pastor Derek says pickle is politically incorrect to say in the workplace.
That's true.
So I found one jar that does say pickles,
Hey, Matt.
and it is the Walmart brand. It says whole dill pickles, but
Well,
no other brand.
Has pickle on the jar.
Mount Olive,
Yep.
none, Clausen, none of the other ones say
Well,
pickles on them
Walmart.
ever.
That's 'cause the
Walmart's. Go ahead.
No, go ahead.
You
Your
No,
joke's
you
probably
guys go
funnier than my joke.
I was gonna say Walmart's a part of the Illuminati. That's the
Oh,
reason they're not.
I was gonna say people that shop at Walmart can't read. They can understand pickles, but
Ah.
not.
We all shop at Walmart.
Well,
man.
when I
Come
was
on.
doing my research,
Hey,
all
Matt.
the
Matt
all
said
the
hi.
news people when I was doing my research said it was a pretty big deal.
I agree.
I like pickles.
I
like-
really like pickles.
I like good pickles too,
Yeah.
though.
Do you like the bread and butter ones?
No.
Really?
I will eat
Nobody
'em.
does.
No, I
I
like
do.
them, but I like dill way better.
There's nothing better,
Mm.
and I don't know. From when I was a kid, we'd make a cheese sandwich
This guy's lying to everybody.
with
right now.
Miracle Whip, not regular mayonnaise.
I do like-
Miracle Whip,
I like both.
yeah,
Whip.
and then a bread and bread and butter pickles on there.
No.
It's always the worst when you make a cheeseburger and you throw some pickles on and you take a bite and it's bread and
Bread
butter.
and
The
You're
raw
like,
pickles. Oh, ruin the whole thing.
but Vlasics,
So good. The
or
thin
not
slice.
Vlasics, Clausen's. Clausen's is the best.
No, Vlasics. is
No,
the best.
dude.
I
No.
need this. Is it a stork?
The stork's
I
on
need the
Vlasics.
stork on my jar of pickles
Yeah.
or my jar
I
of
think
whatever they
I
are.
think Clausen is better.
Clausen is way better.
Jimmy Clausen.
They're so
no good.
much more crisp.
bread and butter.
bread and butter.
Okay, yep. There's someone else with you that likes bread and butters.
I didn't know
No
you guys
food that's named after two other foods is good.
didn't know you guys both had that much trauma in your life that you like bread and butter pickles.
Is that what it's related to? Do you think?
in my
Do you-
opinion.
A guy that I work with makes his own like spicy pickles, so he
Yeah.
puts peppers and stuff in there, and they're really good.
Pastor
Yeah.
Derek does not like.
Bread and butter pickles. Well, he's a true gent, a true champ. Or what was we saying? We were
I
saying
have
a
no
bunch
clue what you were saying with that one.
Did
I
you
was
get
waiting
that?
for
Did you get that paste
No,
all over
it's
your arm?
all over me, man.
Goo all over your hand.
Oh yeah, it is called goo. I didn't get that to turn down towards you at all. By the way, I couldn't figure. Oh, I'm supposed to twist the handle.
It's better.
Yeah, it
Right?
does look better.
Yeah, we're good.
Okay,
We good.
I think you're just sitting up straight.
Do you want to do your segment?
I mean, if we can get over this whole pickle finasco, yes. I was trying to make it out to be a bigger deal than what it was, but
Ready to get your ear holes blessed? Take it away, Josh.
hashtag Picklegate. So I've been reminiscing over old episodes, and I have not missed him doing this at all on 2 years of episodes. But no, I went back listening as I was cleaning the house today. I was on all fours scrubbing the shower in the master bath
Ooh.
like a
So,
servant or a peasant. Yeah.
Don't need that.
But no, I was listening to different episodes from in the past of when we first started doing video and a little bit of just the audio when we were doing it in his office and stuff. It was a good time. We had some good episodes. I recommend listening to some of the old episodes.
3 studios ago.
We had a lot more cheer and heart to us.
Did we?
We really did.
We had less children too, which is
Yeah.
like that
We're
takes a
more-
lot out of you. I'm not saying it stole my joy.
Wait,
it adds
you
my
said
joy.
2 years ago?
Yeah.
Well, you guys had less children. I had the same amount of children.
Yeah.
That's true.
Yeah, I guess.
So I'm cheerful all the time.
But anyway, you be the judge of that for yourself. You go back and look at yourself. That's when you lost all your weight too.
I had
know,
more
that needs to
grays.
happen again.
That's
I'm
when you
getting
first
fat.
are you?
Yeah.
I bet I
Then
got you
do
beat
something
still.
about it. I'm sorry. I'm going to David
Anyway.
Goggins you.
Sorry. So anyway, I was listening to old episodes, and in one episode we talked about what age would you like to die, and not necessarily being morbid, but like if you could pick the year you were going to die, what would you do it at? And some of us said 30, some of us said 100. We just kind of went back and forth. Hey, like a stay-at-home boss. Oh, thanks, babe.
Like a boss.
My wife commenting in there. So scrubbing the shower like a boss. So it spun off of that, and actually the wife and I were talking about if you could plan out 100 years of a life, now that we've lived so much of our life, what years would you do your major transactions that have happened in your life so far? If you had to pick out of 100 years when you would want a certain thing to happen,
Okay.
let's look at big
So-
life things.
And people playing at home can choose things that have happened or have not happened, right?
Well, and this isn't to say that your life, like it's not saying that you're substituting your life right now. We're just saying
Tabitha
ideally
says never to death.
never to death.
Sorry. That's not going to work out. I'm sorry.
You just keep liking your bread and butter pickles, and never dying.
Maybe that's the key.
Maybe that's why
Ooh.
nobody likes them.
I do.
That's no, the people that
Forever.
die. Nobody likes them, but never mind. So anyway, let's think about if you could pick out 100 years. Let's start off with some big life events that you have had in your life.
1647 to 1747.
No.
wanna be-
I'm not saying time travel. Pick
I'm
your
kidding. I know, I'm
years.
kidding. I'm kidding.
Good call on that. But no, I'm just saying, starting off from when you were born right now, if you were picking out 100 years, when would you plan to have kids doing it
Yeah.
over?
Okay.
Because we started having kids when I was 30. Is that right, honey? I don't know.
How old are you now?
I'm 40.
No.
No,
You're
it
not
wasn't
40?
that. Yeah, I'm 40.
What?
And Ben's only
6.
6. So
So you
it's
were 34.
6 to 7 years ago.
What in the world is happening?
Dude, you're a mess. You're worse than a toddler.
This is ridiculous.
But looking back on that, I would have liked to have started having kids at 18.
Really?
Yeah.
Wait,
This is a fictional
is this
life.
like you're okay?
It's a fictional life, but looking back on it, being
Really?
old and crotchety and grumpy now, I think I could have handled it way better at my younger age. I mean, I had much more cheer and joy in my life, and not that the kids don't bring me joy, but you know what I'm saying? I was much more optimistic.
You
You're
have
more-
more energy.
Yeah, you're
Yeah.
more.
Yeah.
Was it spry? Is that the right
Kel
word?
was 37.
So you want her to be 37 and you to be 18?
No, she's 4 years ahead of me.
Okay, so she
So
would
she
be
would
22.
be 22. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, she would have been finished with med school, and then we could have. No, if we would have met at that time, it wouldn't have worked out between us. So this is a whole fictional life.
Oh yeah, this is fiction. Okay.
So at what
Yeah.
age would you prefer? You could even say older than when you started, or younger than when you started, or if you like the age that you started having kids. When would you have wanted kids at your age?
I would say 22.
how
'cause
old were you when you started?
Cooper
23.
6, so
No.
26.
Okay.
So 4 years before because I feel like 22, I was young, kind of doing whatever I wanted.
Yeah.
I do like that. I like playing softball all the time. But
I was gonna say, well, you'd have lost a lot of your
No.
autonomy.
no, but then now Cooper would be what I say 22. So
Yeah.
he'd be 10.
Yeah.
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 So he'd be like
Larry Evans says 18. Boy, you crazy. And Tabitha says no kids in this fictional life.
No
As
kids.
a parent quotes
Of a 15-year-old.
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't know. It's just the differences of like being older. Like when our kids are going to start college, possibly, like we're going to be old. Ben
I'm
6.
33.
Ben will be 7 in November,
So in
and
12
I'm
years.
40.
Yeah, so that I won't be that old.
Well, you won't be
Oh, I thought you meant us as a collective.
No.
You mean you and the yes
individually.
Yes.
12 years, I'll be 44.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
I'll be
Yeah.
45. Yeah. I like how it timed out for us. The
Yeah.
only thing I would change would be we lost our first pregnancy,
Yeah.
so that would have been nice to not go through that.
Well, that's a whole nother subject.
Yeah. So assuming that's not happening, with then I guess a year earlier than we had kids because that's when we started. We purposely waited a little bit because we wanted to go and do stuff and
Yeah.
Yeah,
We traveled.
But if I started earlier, I think I would have had more kids.
Oh, Kelly said maybe got married at 30 and kids at 50.
Whoa, that's high risk.
Well, at that point they're going to have to
Yeah.
take care of themselves.
Yeah.
It's like,
You're going to wipe their butt and then they're going to
Yeah.
wipe yours.
yeah.
I'm gonna have some boring answers.
But we
here.
would have wipes at the same time, so it would kind of work out.
Save
You're
money.
saving on diapers.
Yeah, you
Oh my
definitely have to
goodness.
have a Costco or a Sam's Club membership for sure.
For sure.
Yeah,
I'm a boring play for this game.
that's okay.
God's been good to us.
Yeah.
We're super blessed.
If she said if I'm living to 100,
Yeah.
so she's got another 50
Oh, okay.
years.
Yeah.
That makes sense.
I would not. If you asked me 10 years ago, would
Yeah.
I be where I am now? I wouldn't have. I might have thought this was this was the direction, but I wouldn't have thought it was all happened by 33.
Matt said having kids at a young age is hard too.
Yeah.
Him and Chaz had kids pretty young. Their boys are 18 and something just a little
Turns
under
out raising kids is hard.
that. Yeah, I mean it would have been hard either way. But that was another thing about it. Having them young like that, there would definitely be some hardships because you don't have life figured out.
No,
you
you're
don't.
still
You're still a kid
maturing.
yourself. Yeah.
like if you have a kid at 18, you're 100% still a kid.
But the only thing that I see as a positive of that is like hardships do create stronger people. You know what I'm
Sometimes.
saying? If you make it through it,
Not all the time.
if you make it through it, it
I
can
think
cause
that-
you to be a stronger person.
I think I agree with that.
Yeah. That's kind of like
It makes or breaks people. That's why they call it make or break. But
that's
it
kind
does
of like
break some people.
choosing to have the kids ride the bus this year or drive them, being car kids or whatever. I chose to drive them, but that was the only thing that was stopping me was the fact of letting my little girl
Ooh,
ride the bus
like
so that
learning
she could.
lessons on
Yeah,
the bus.
yeah, having that. Yeah, she's going to have bad influences for sure.
But that's going to happen.
Yeah, she's going to have to learn
Yeah.
about life that way. I
Yes.
can, and me choosing to drive her is like sheltering her for a little bit, but now she's not going to have that experience of possibly dealing with a bully on the bus or dealing with
I get what you're saying. Yep.
somebody that's nonsensical.
Yep.
But anyway, let's think of another life event that you could choose an age for. Marriage. We talked about kids, but now looking at marriage and not saying that yours is wrong time or anything, you could still choose the same time that you did. You're living to 100. What age would you ideally choose?
So we are all married. So if
to have
someone was
gotten married.
unmarried playing this game with us,
Well, no, you've already experienced a certain age, so
Okay.
think about it. And if there was a better time that you think it would have worked out, because we got married, like she said.
Tabitha says, I can get real doom and gloom here. She's going, hang with us. So they're going to
Yeah,
be fine.
you're fine. You're
Yeah.
fine. You can be doom and gloom.
My,
Um,
my segment's really positive. So
Now, like I said, me and Kel, it worked out pretty good for us. We both did a lot of traveling before we met each other. We didn't know each other existed. I went to Africa. She went to the Amazon. She went to
Whoa.
Africa. She traveled. I went to Europe. She went to England and stuff. So that's Europe, And we did all this stuff before we met each other. But the idea of getting married young, again, hardships. You don't know what you're doing. It's a little bit more difficult. So I don't know. Getting married at an older age is kind of if you're living to 100, I would say about 40, like right now. Not saying I want to do over my life. I love my life, and my wife is awesome. And watching the show,
I'm boring again.
that's okay.
We
We're
got
used
married we got married about a month and a half after I graduated college, and
It's a good timing.
it was
See, my answers are
spot on time.
My answers are like done lapped over each other because I was saying have kids young but get married older. So like I'm not necessarily putting those two things together. I'm
Yes.
just saying looking at it, it's like if I'm living to 100, you get a lot of a life
Well, like,
experience.
I never had to live like I went from my house to college dorms to I stayed at Pastor Scott's house, but there were people there, and then moved in with my wife.
Yeah.
So I never had to live by myself, which I think is good because I never really wanted to be just completely alone.
With your thoughts.
Yeah.
Yeah. No. Rosemary said 35.
And we've driven Tabitha down a trail here.
Don't worry. That's how most of my segments go for Joey, too.
I know. I'm trying not to kill this.
What
segment.
age would you get married?
I got married when I was 22. Like,
So you
For real.
you was young. Yeah.
mhm.
I was 22. Yeah.
So it's not that you have to do it over, but if you had to pick out of 100 years of life,
Yeah, I think I enjoy
being married young,
young. Yeah,
Matt's a hopeless romantic. I love him.
he'd marry young
Look
again.
at him.
Yeah.
I'd do it all over again.
Wait, a young person? No, I'm just kidding.
Oh my God.
Jokes. It's jokes. It's just jokes. Yeah, getting married young.
I'm here for the trade-in. Like, Matt, that's not how it works.
I grew up in an area where, like,
I need the newer model.
I grew up in an area where, like, as a teenager, that you thought about marriage a lot in my small town. You know what I mean?
Well, because there weren't a ton of options.
Right.
So like, you better figure it out at 15.
Right. So,
Yeah.
I mean, the thought that when I went to college, at Bible college, like, I talked to a girl that I was dating, and I was kind of like, yeah, I'd like to have like a dozen kids at the time.
That's too many kids.
when I was optimistic. But then
too
after
much.
college, of course, I was like, oh, you know what? Never mind.
Matt said
I'll
20,
wait.
but hasn't clarified.
Adam said, I would say 30, but I'd have to find a God-fearing woman. That's what we like to hear on here. Okay, now let's...
I'm bad at this one.
No, it's fine.
I'm
no,
so
you're not
happy-
bad. I don't think you're ruining
I'm
the
so
segment.
happy with how stuff is.
Yeah, I
turned
don't
out,
think
and
you're-
I don't
I said
want,
the same thing. I said
Yeah.
I wouldn't change
yeah.
it.
Well, I don't want my happiness to make other people feel like they have like.
Josh is the only hooligan that wanted to have kids at 18 and get married at 30.
Hey, man.
Chastity came off out of her chair.
Matt said
She's about to get
came-
whooped up. You just,
His current wife.
oh, that's not nice. That ain't right, man.
Not his fictional one.
That ain't right. Oh.
Okay, so let's think of one last life experience that we have to choose out of
Death?
100 years of life. Well, yeah, let's just go with death. You no. You have 100 years. So
Okay.
you're dying at
Oh,
that.
yeah, okay.
So another big life event, and I'm going to say buying a house
Okay.
or building a house.
Yeah.
Like you just built a house.
I'm
Brett's
boring again.
buying another house.
Bought.
Another. Oh, is it? Okay.
Congratulations.
So to do it over, at what age, or if any, would you want to purchase a home? Because like looking back on it, you could just rent.
I'm going. I'll take lead. I'm going young on this one. Like as soon as you get married, buy a house.
Especially knowing how things
Especially
have gone.
Especially
I'd have
being
bought 2 houses.
being married to a children's pastor.
Yeah.
You got to start young because then you can pay that house off in 30 years, and by the time you're ready to retire,
Yeah, you're 50 and you got a paid off house.
and then she can maybe retire eventually one day.
I'm
Yeah.
doing what I can, Brett. I'm doing all that I can.
You can never retire from the God's work.
Preach.
So,
Well, yeah, but sometimes you can take a break.
Gosh, my goodness.
yeah. What do you think?
Yeah, young.
It could not have worked out more perfectly. Like
Okay.
it was. We bought a little house
It's
and
called-
we raised our 2 kids in it.
It's
and
called #blessed.
Yes, it is.
There you go.
Seriously is. Like
He
my
did that on his
dad.
desk.
Yeah. #blessed. My dad bought property and gave us land for
Yeah.
free, basically.
Yeah.
And
All I'm hearing is Joey needs to have a little bit of hurt in life.
Well,
I've had hurt.
I'm
I
teasing.
promise.
No, I'm
Yeah.
teasing.
talking-
I'm teasing.
we were
Please
talking
don't
about
wish that on
hardships.
me.
Yeah,
I'm
it sounds
teasing.
like
I know.
I'm teasing.
someone needs to sabotage something. I'm
No,
just
Brett
kidding.
was there for the hurt
Go,
too. He's been
Noah,
there.
go cut his break.
Yeah, right.
Just one, not all of them.
Yeah.
And like
just one.
we couldn't afford to build
Can
a
you do
house,
that?
but then Christina's parents were moving here,
Yeah.
and so they moved in with us, and we only had to cover like a little more than half of it,
Yeah.
and I get to live with my family, who
Okay.
I actually like most of the time.
They
I'm
don't-
sorry,
They don't listen.
People
So
like
you
people
went
are gonna
through
hate
most
me
of
after
the
this,
time.
this segment, but like I hope
Uh,
that doesn't make anyone feel worse about
Kelly said, "The devil never sleeps, Brett." To your comment a bit ago about something.
Hashtag Joey is boring. Yes, start that one up. Yes, hashtag.
He's trending on Twitter.
That'd be awesome. But I could not be happier. Like when you ask if you could draw it up, That's basically how it's going in life. God's good. Even if it wasn't going that way, God would be good. But it just happens to be going
He's
that way.
trending on Twitter.
I'm doing the job that I love. I mean, everything about it has been good. I'm sorry. Hashtag Joey is boring.
So yeah,
Hashtag blessed.
to just to be the devil's advocate, I think renting. I mean, ultimately, yeah, you spend your whole life trying to pay it off, and then at the end, you're still getting taxed for it and all this different stuff. I mean, if you found a really good deal on rent and you could get that as or what was the old thing that the old people used to do in the city? They'd find a
Rent-to-own?
controlled,
Oh.
a controlled
I have
apartment.
no clue what that means.
It means you get locked in because of like an old building or whatever. You get locked in at one price, having to pay rent, and they never can raise it.
Oh,
Rent control.
And they can't kick you out, right?
Right.
That
As long as
sounds
you're
nice.
there
As long as
paying
you
it.
pay it, yeah.
And that's like what a lot of the old movies were set up as, is these old people were like, you can't get me out of here. And they try to be like slumlords and not fix anything. So they'd want to leave. And they're like, you kidding me? I'm paying $300 a month
to
for
live
this
in New York City.
4-bedroom apartment,
Yeah.
you know, like, so for 100 years, I mean, I think that could work out.
Josh, I think you finally made a segment that killed me.
Killed you?
Yeah.
Nah, man, you
I
did
usually
good.
kill the segment. I'm not trying. I'm not. I,
I
mean,
don't feel like you're killing the segment
all
at all.
right, good.
Yeah, that's
good.
just
I'm
your
very
answers.
grateful for how everything has gone, and
Yeah, it's good.
it's not. I understand that it's not the same for everybody, and we're here for you. Anybody that needs.
I don't think
talk
he
about
I don't think
anything.
he understands. it.
Rosemary said grandma had rent control. Yeah.
Oh, nice.
What was that movie about the robots that came from outer space and they helped like
robots from outer space.
No, I don't think it's called that.
iRobot.
No, it's old. It's like 80s. But these old people had this
Space Invaders.
No, they had an apartment complex and he had a restaurant at the bottom and they're trying to buy up the land around him and like bust up everything. But these
Shrek.
Little Shop of Horrors.
these little robots would come and like
Shrek.
fix everything.
I think it was Shrek.
they could fix everything. I'll
Pretty
let you
sure
know what
it
that
was
is.
Shrek.
I have no idea.
Coming to America.
Oh, we could rent a yurt, Kelly said. Yeah.
Is that like a big tent?
Yeah.
Yeah.
But with like pretty sturdy walls. Anyway, that was my segment. It just picking an imaginary world or not, apparently, of how you would live your life differently. So anyway,
That's wonderful. Thank you,
you
Josh.
got a segment?
Yeah.
Sit down and listen up to what Joey's got to say.
I'm gonna do that to you on Sunday mornings when you're preaching.
That would be so good.
Oh my goodness.
Because I run
Have
the-
that sound ready too.
I run.
Wait, no. Will you please play that sound for me to walk up to? That'd be
No, just
sick.
when he's in the middle of a sermon and he's like making a really good point, just start going like
that would
this on
wake
the
everybody
fader.
up.
No,
break
no.
the glass.
Can we have the band come back up here for the end of the service? Not everybody. And just start running
Yes,
Jimmy up and
yes. No, that would be crazy.
down. So what's your
I
segment?
do have a segment
Your
tonight.
seggy.
And please join in if you're commenting. I'm going to ask a question here. I'm going to start it off here. I want you guys to think about people who were impactful on your life, particularly maybe someone that wasn't a family member, but maybe
Donald
someone
Trump.
that was, that has passed,
Nobody?
that is
Come
no
on.
longer with us, or
Can they be incarcerated?
The Flash's dad was,
Sure,
and he
you
was a
guys
huge
play
influence
how
on
you-
him.
how you want.
Okay, Donald
Yeah.
Trump.
Oh my goodness. He's not incarcerated yet, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
As we know it.
Yeah.
His clone isn't.
But this working in the church, you get to meet a lot of different people.
Do you?
And there are people who have no clue what they believe. There's people that have believed the same thing since they were born. It's all the board says Joey is. I'm fired. And it says Rosemary.
Oh,
so I'm out.
no.
So I can say what I want now.
She's talking about the podcast board, not
Yeah,
the church board.
Yeah.
Let me tell you about this board.
She's
Yeah.
the president of the board of the
And
podcast club.
I've been blessed enough to be a part of the
Podcast
same church since I was in the 4th grade. So I've gotten to know people along the way there and build some lifelong relationships with them.
Yeah.
And that's awesome because you get close to people and they get to have impact on your life. But it hurts when they pass, obviously, because you don't get to see them anymore.
Yeah.
And today, somebody from our church who was just a pillar of this church for a long time. Sorry, Tabitha, but we're gonna get here. We're gonna get here. 93 years old, passed away. And if you're his name's Hubert Asher. If you guys knew of him or knew him, awesome guy. Just one of the literal pillar of the faith. Somebody that believed what he believed, and like just an awesome dude to be around. And I've just been. It happened early this morning, and I've been thinking about it all day, just about how much impact one person can have. And instead of here you go, Tabitha. Here's the spin. instead of sitting here being sad about no longer being able to speak to, I just saw him Sunday and talked to him, and he said, "I love your sermons," and I joked around with him about the stuff, and it was just hugged on him and said, I told him every week I loved him, and it's awesome how how we spend the life that we do have for as long as we have it matters. Whether you believe in something bigger than yourself or not, I believe that it matters because God's given each one of us a purpose. You might be sitting there listening thinking you don't know why it matters yet, but I'm telling you it matters because we have the opportunity to have an impact on people around us. And it doesn't matter how often you see somebody. Like, I didn't have to see Hubert every single day for him to impact me. But I saw him often and saw how he lived his life and saw how devoted he was to his faith and how he reacted in the good times and the bad. And he just set such a killer example. Yeah, Granny Murphy, Rosemary is a good one there. Well, LaVon Brown is also a good one. I'm not going to start naming a bunch because I'll miss people. But can you guys think of somebody in your life that has had an impact on you like that? So today when I heard that Hubert had gone home, I was sad for us left behind here, but I was ultimately just thrilled for him because I believe he's just doing so much better now than he ever has.
Yeah.
And he lived his whole life for this moment. And so he's just somebody that I'll never forget. He'll be stuck in I'll remember things about him and jokes about him and stuff like that for forever because he was a jokester. But anybody like that you guys have in your life that you can think of?
Brett, you want to take the wheel on this one, or you want me to hit it? I don't know if you know this or not. We are merchants of death.
I was going to say not.
I just
family.
lost my uncle last
I was going to say
weekend.
not family related. I was going to say not related because I knew you're all. Yeah.
You want to drive this car into the pit, or
Is there someone that's not related that you feel? But if it is related, that's okay. Use them too.
Well,
I
if
mean,
you look in Leviticus,
I was
I'm just
going
kidding.
to say, Jesus Christ.
Boom,
No.
roasted.
This guy.
No, I feel like this is my Joey Killer segment moment because both my parents are dead. Like,
Yep.
You're
Like,
allowed to use that.
I
yeah.
know, but I'm just saying, like,
Brett wins. No, I'm just kidding.
I win. I win.
That's why I was going with not family.
But so
so
I
we
need more
don't
time
have a
to think.
response.
Yeah.
No, I like I said, I just lost an uncle a couple weeks ago. Uncle Terry, my mom's brother, and we lost my grandpa a few years back and my dad a few years back, and just lost a great aunt, my grandma's sister, just a month or so now ago, 3 weeks maybe. We've been losing a lot of family members, and so it did hit hard for a bit in time. But there was a lot of other things involved with all that stuff. But somebody that's not a family member that passed away, and this has been years ago now, that it actually kind of set me on a different course of life.
Oh,
It's kind of the reason I moved up here and met Kelly and all this different stuff too. I was traveling to Michigan to sing at a church, and as soon as we got to Kalamazoo, Michigan, drove all the way up from Eastern Kentucky. As soon as we got there, I get a phone call that Mont Hammonds passed away. Anybody that's watching from back home probably knows Mont, New Mont, past tense, of course. But that's been, 15 years ago probably. It's been a long time ago. But he was a close friend of mine that he wasn't a Christian at first. When I met him, he was. He found Christ. And, man, he was just such a happy dude. He was a rough and tough dude before that. He'd fight anybody. Like, you wouldn't want to get in his way because he'd knock the brakes off of you. But after he got saved, he worked on quarter-mile cars, did construction and stuff. It was just a bear of a man, but such a friendly soul. And I would go to his garage, didn't know anything about cars, but I would go sit and watch him and his brother and people like that working on their cars. And we'd talk about God, or we'd just joke with each other. He's always pulling little pranks on you that were just really funny, and even at your own expense. But, man, when he passed away, he had 2 little girls and his wife living just down the road from where I was. And, like, on his funeral, it was snowing. The sun was shining through the trees, like beams of light, like you see Jesus light or whatever.
Oh, man.
It was fall, so like all the leaves were changing colors and falling off the trees. and just a gust of wind it was so like surreal.
Picturesque. Yeah.
Oh my God. The church was absolutely packed to the gills of people coming to show their respects because he was a young guy,
Yeah.
at the time. I guess he might have been in his 30s at the time, maybe 40s. I think 30s. But yeah, man, he impacted my life immensely. I feel like I impacted his life a lot too. I just was still in Bible college or just out of Bible college. And so me and him were both just on fire for Christ at the time. And so, yeah, out of all the family members, I'll go with Mont on that one. That's not a family member.
Yeah.
That give you enough time?
No.
Well, use a family member then.
Well,
They can't get mad if you pick one over the other. So
yeah.
Oh my gosh.
Oh
I don't know. Betty probably could. She could probably guilt you.
Yeah. From the grave. Now I'll probably go with your father-in-law is one of the most influential, like early days.
Good or bad.
Early days.
Yeah.
Because I mean, if I wasn't home, I was probably at
Yeah.
their house.
Yeah.
And he was as much of the bad there was good.
Yeah.
In the early days, there was good.
Yeah.
And that's what I choose to remember Donnie by was that.
The good influence. That he actually has on you.
Like he was fun to be around. We had a great time.
That's most
we
of
had,
my, and I know there's a lot else
Yeah.
there, but that's most of my
Yeah.
kid memories is,
It feels
he's funny.
yeah. It feels like just for the little bit of good, you got to go through like a
Mountain of turd.
bad. Yeah. But
Sorry, it was just what popped in my head.
in order to get to the good, you got to go through the bad.
Yeah.
But that's, I mean, if I wasn't, like I said, if other than the obvious answer is like my dad,
Yeah.
Well, yes.
that's where you, like, I was going to say my dad worked two 40-hour-a-week jobs to send me to a school that I flunked out of. That's who my dad was. Like,
Yeah.
he was a worker. That's all
Yeah.
he did. And then
Yeah.
once he retired, that's when he started going downhill. Like,
Yeah, same with mine.
That's
Yeah.
how it happened.
Yeah.
But other than like immediate family, I guess Donnie is immediate family, but like I would say that probably the early days of that.
Yeah.
would
That
be
counts.
That
so.
definitely counts. Yeah.
Yeah.
Hubert was unique because the church was basically his family.
Yeah.
I mean,
Yeah.
he spent so much time up here, and this is meant to be positive, by the way. Positive because you have each of us has the opportunity to impact people,
Yeah.
and we hold up these, especially in the church, we hold up these pillars of the faith, or even in our families. There's pillars of families that we think I could never be like that person, and that's not necessarily true, right? Like there won't ever be another Hubert, but there can be people in the church that step up and have impacts in similar ways, maybe not identically, but that can have his memory live on through how they treat people and how they practice their faith. And
Well, I think it's important to also realize that you can not only teach people about like God, like that's what we do as, Christians and go to church, but you can also impact people in your workplace, in your everyday life, and maybe even teach them something. Like if you know what I mean, like
just being positive when other people aren't.
right. Because like
Speaks volumes.
everybody, like what is it, like 90% of Americans go to work and hate their jobs.
Yeah.
Is that true?
It is for me.
I
Wait,
made that.
I mean,
it's I don't know if it's 90%, but it's really high.
yeah.
like-
yeah.
The number one complaint that people have
Is
probably
I can't
is,
stand my
oh, I
job."
hate my job.
Right. But you can go to your job and
Not
be,
me. Other people say that.
you can
Just
go
wanna
to your
clarify.
job and be you can teach somebody something, or you can help somebody out in a certain way. Like if
Or just pay attention, and like
Yeah.
if someone that you notice is normally one way is a different way, just like, hey, you good? Hey,
Yeah.
that's all it takes sometimes is just extending the hand, not literally extending it, but just hey, how you doing?
well, and you don't have to hate your job or your surroundings or whatever. You don't have to hate that in order
Yeah.
to stay positive.
Are you stealing small group material right now?
I'm not.
Rosemary, Rosemary just called you out.
Oh. We did talk about it in small group.
Yeah.
Did one of you guys want to plate up 3 plates of sauce for
Oh,
us?
that would be awesome. Thank you. So I've decided for the next couple of weeks I'm going to try to be motivational in my segments, and so I'm
Just
gonna
enough, one plate for each of us.
I'm gonna end this with a challenge to people to pay attention to the impact that you have on others, and first off, accept that you have an impact on other people.
Yeah.
It's either positive or negative, but you have one, and you might think, "Oh, I don't. Other people do, but I don't." No, you do, and be cognizant of what that is.
Too much, but yeah.
And that's okay. Yeah, well, that's all right. Just
Sorry, I didn't tell you how much. I just said put some on.
And use that impact for good. Use that to impact people. I would say impact people for Christ.
Yeah.
Just
But at the very least, just be nice to people.
at the very, very least, just
I might try
nice
to impact him for Jimmy Baker. I don't know. That was on our 2 year ago
Donnie
episode.
Baker.
Oh, Donnie
he's
Baker
dead
passed
too.
away.
Man,
Yeah.
He was a big influence.
So the title of tonight's episode is Death.
Or just womp womp.
That's one of my favorite scenes in Lord of the Rings. Anybody? When no, you guys don't know what I'm talking about? Have you seen it?
You didn't really give a lot of information.
When
there, so.
when the Rohirrim, when all the army from Rohan shows up to the last battle
Smells
at
like
Minas
death.
Tirith, and they see that there's way too many troops there for them to defeat, and instead of giving some good speech, Theoden rides up and down the line, and he just basically says, "Hey guys, we're gonna go die," and then they charge screaming the word death into the battle. Oh, goosebumps every time. Goosebumps
watch that
every
later.
time.
Thank you.
That's all I have. So yeah, use the life that you have for good, people. All right, do something.
Cuckoo.
And
It's wet time.
segment.
Ladies and gentlemen, prepare your bellies for Chef Pretty.
I wish I'd saved some of my drink or some of that paste now.
I saved a bit.
Ew.
Do you want it back? It's in the can here. I'm not touching it.
No, I'm good.
Thank you, Jenna.
Appreciate
Did you
it.
guys eat dinner tonight?
Yeah, I made
did, but
pizza and wings and breadsticks.
ranch chicken.
And I even had marinara for the breadsticks.
Oh, little man there. Little man there. Brett's like, nah, come on. Keep them coming. Keep them coming.
Thank you.
All right, so Chef Brett, what do you have for us tonight? I can already smell the ketchup.
Do you have
Well,
your...
you just told him, so
Sorry.
Oh.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Boo.
It has a very smelly smell.
we have
That smells smelly.
ketchup
Okay.
and cheese balls. I don't know. I saw this somewhere, and I was like, we got to try that.
See
has
if I can make
potential-
a thumbnail.
I'm not sure this is.
Has potential to be delicious.
When you first said this to me, I thought that could be good.
So you dip a cheese ball into ketchup.
Now that I'm looking
no,
at it,
dip your ketchup on your cheese ball.
Oh, my bad.
you got your chocolate in my peanut butter. You got your
Offer some
peanut butter in
Reese's
my
here.
chocolate.
Yeah.
Yes.
All right, we're going to try it all at the same time?
Yeah,
Yeah.
Here we go. Ready? Three.
Okay.
Oh, make sure you crunch right into the microphone. Three,
All right,
two, one.
ketchup. On.
Anybody else? Did that change for you?
Huh? It's really good.
It's not bad.
Uh-huh.
Try it.
No, I don't like ketchup.
Do you really like
Oh,
it that much?
No,
or-
try this. Are you okay?
It's pretty dang good. Are your nose bleeding? Are you crying because you don't have cheese balls and ketchup?
He's thinking about
Somebody
Joey's
meant-
segment.
Somebody
and
meant
crying.
a lot to him and he didn't want to talk about it.
No, it
Do-
started way before that.
Oh.
I had to throw in the box of tissue.
Hey man, if you need anybody, let me know.
He just started. He just started.
Why?
Yeah,
Hey.
me and him were texting
Hey,
each other
take
like,
your time, okay?
this is crazy.
No need to rush. No need to rush.
I'm not hating this. I'm not gonna lie.
I
really
could.
good.
I don't think I would go out of my way to get it, but
Noah said he grew up eating this.
dude, this is actually good. You think mustard would work? I like mustard more than ketchup. So, is,
Ball
this,
man. No,
is
I'm
it
kidding.
good? Here.
No, I'm kidding.
Is it good together, or are cheese balls just that good?
Cheese balls might just be that good.
Oh,
I don't know.
sorry.
That was really good though.
Maybe there's people out there that don't like the chewing sound.
Oh yeah, that's the whole point.
Oh, hold on. Oh, I can't believe I missed my opportunity here. Let me just yeah, where is that?
I don't know.
It's right here.
Minecraft. I like that. I don't know if you're out there watching this, but if you ever have some cheese balls, put some ketchup on your plate because dang,
That's pretty good.
I got a little out of control there for a second. Like I was
I
being
think
silly,
I
but
thought
I
we lost
really
you for
liked
a
it.
little bit.
Yeah, I was in another world.
Oh, ranch. I would definitely try that.
Oh,
Barbecue sauce? Oh. Sweet baby Ray's.
Chick-fil-A.
pepper.
Oh.
Just sprinkle pepper on them.
Yes,
I'm
please.
just kidding.
Just give me, just basically cheese balls are
Touch my
good.
mic.
Cheese balls are good.
Cheese balls are good, except for the ones that you guys got donated to the church.
Even better with ketchup.
What are they, like tofu cheese balls? or something?
They're not bad. They're just not good. You know.
No, this was good. I'm glad I went to Sam's. By the way, Kelly, we have a gallon jug of cheese balls
A half-gallon bag.
that I'm bringing home.
Hey.
I got your car full of gas at Sam's, but I
think-
also got Utz cheese balls baked cheddar.
That counts as a barrel.
It is 1 pound and 12 ounces worth of.
It's a pound.
Isn't she like working really hard on a diet too?
Oh, she is. Don't worry, the kids will love it.
All right, let's bless somebody.
Good segment, man.
Perfect.
Podbless your heart.
What do you think about goldfish and ketchup?
I bet that would be
Probably
pretty good.
also good.
Yeah,
I don't know. These are
Ketchup?
puffier.
It's just sugar with tomatoes.
they're more
right?
potato-y, like right?
Potato-y?
Potato. Potato.
Potato.
Because I can do chips and ketchup, like potato chips and ketchup.
Yeah.
Yes,
Ooh,
mustard is
potato
better.
Potato chips, ketchup, and mayo.
Ooh,
I'd try that.
That's fancy sauce.
Right.
Or magic sauce? Is that what that was?
All right.
Mayo and ketchup?
We got a story tonight. You ready for it? What?
Kelly just commented and said,
Oh,
oh,
great.
great. I can't eat those.
Roller coaster riders stuck upside down for hours after mechanical failure at a Wisconsin festival.
Wisconsin
Wisconsin.
Festival.
What?
This is why you do not ride rides at the fair, festival, carnival.
This is a great point.
Yeah.
If it travels,
If it's not Kings Island or Disney, you don't do it.
he's right. Or Six Flags?
Yeah, I mean,
Okay.
that type.
Yeah,
That's a thing about an old age. We were up in Port Clinton or whatever last week, and Kel was like, "Oh, they've got power sailing," and I said, "No." I said, "I am 40 years old, and I am not power
You're like,
sailing."
ooh,
anymore."
my spine works.
Yeah, I've done it before, and I've seen too many people on videos flying away. Anyway, so keep on Wisconsin Fair, huh?
Sorry, my iPad's about to die.
Surprise.
Thrill seekers at a Wisconsin festival were given a major scare over the holiday weekend after the roller coaster that they were riding got stuck, leaving them hanging upside down for 4 hours.
That'd kill you, wouldn't it?
I think that is danger to your health, yes. The roller coaster at the Forest County Festival in Crandon, don't get on a ride in Crandon, Wisconsin,
Yeah.
appeared to shut down. It obviously did.
Only thing you're getting there that's good is cheese curds.
Cheese. Oh, I bet their cheese curds are so good.
Probably so.
And I bet
Cheese
I bet
sticks.
if you dipped them in ketchup, it'd be good too.
They probably had giant cheese sticks too.
What is ketchup but boring marinara? What?
Caramel?
In Wisconsin?
cheese curds?
I'd try
caramel?
that. Oh, I'd try that. Let me see. On leaving some riders hanging upside down for at least 3 hours.
That's it.
Jeez.
In the video
Still.
shared on social media, a number of people could be seen hanging from a stalled coaster as rescuers climbed the attraction to free them. Emergency responders from at least 3 surrounding counties, because there's probably not much to do out there, right?
Still, though, it's a fair. You couldn't imagine any roller coaster there would be that tall.
Is there a picture of it?
If it is of
I
the,
thought you pulled it up on the computer.
I did right here. Sorry, it's on the iPad, but it
There's it's right underneath the screen on the computer.
is it. Hey, it's that. So it's like
That is pretty
basically,
big.
if I could explain it to you, it's
like a loop.
One
Yeah.
loop. It's just, but it stopped on the loop, which is the problem, right? So let me see here. One truck with the capability of rising over 100 foot took 45 minutes to get to the scene. An off-duty firefighter with specialized rope rescue training happened to be at the festival at the time.
And they still were up there for 3 hours.
Is there a rope rescuer in the building? Yes, actually.
I'm on my break.
And
Let me
advised
get them out of my car.
Sorry, I'm a union worker.
and advised the local crews on possible options. So he didn't do anything. He just said, "Hey, if I was working today,
So he did say I work for the union.
he's like, I'm too drunk to help, but
but if it was me, drunk on cheese curds, by the way, he hasn't
Yeah,
had
no.
a sip of beer.
they don't drink alcohol in Wisconsin.
Have you seen the map of states? It's where people overdrink the most in the country. So the darkest purple is like where it's bad, and Wisconsin is all dark purple. That state
That's where,
drinks
like,
more than the whole.
Milwaukee.
I don't know,
Brewers.
man. And it's cold, and they don't want to be outside. I don't know exactly what it is, but let me see here. Oh, here's the
Anheuser?
good news. All passengers were safely rescued and taken to the hospital.
Sorry if that's loud.
It's so good.
I'm trying to be quiet.
Right, I know. Did you? And this is all. So roller coasters across the country have been falling apart. Did you see the video of the one where
Don't tell me
when
this
when it
stuff.
went around the corner at a Six Flags, I think it was, you could see the crack where the beam and the actual roller coaster were separating. This is why I don't get on coasters, you guys. What's up, Phil?
Hey.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
4 hours upside down. Wouldn't you pass out?
I would assume they weren't fully upside down. They were in the corner.
Some of them were.
Yeah.
Yeah. And I think Brett has the right idea there. Earlier he said, unclip. Just
And die?
Just get yourself out. It's not that far.
I mean, they all lived
20 feet.
upside down on your head.
I think
Oh,
I
yeah.
could have climbed out of there.
Here we go. Here we go.
Dude, set
I'd be
it
like,
up.
I'd go,
Set it up.
"Ah," and all the mountain lions that are my friends from the woods would come out to help me.
Set it up. Build a rig upside down, 20 feet up. I'll climb out of it.
Philip
It
said
was more
sardines
than
and
20
mustard.
feet.
I'll climb out of it. Let's do it.
No, I'm good. That sucks. I think we should bless the rope guy who was off duty and was like, well, if it was me, I'd do this.
He's like, get a lasso going. We'll do one at a time.
All right, when I say unclip your belt as they're falling.
Like they're figuring out what to do, and he's over here going, so this piece of string walked into a bar.
Yeah, he's just entertaining people.
And they said, get out of here. We don't serve strings.
He said he's a rope specialist, but he's just a magician.
Oh, that would have been
Rope
funny.
specialist.
Poof, someone was up there, now they're on the ground.
By rope specialist, he means he can tie his shoes.
It is Wisconsin. Oh.
What about all our viewers from Wisconsin?
Yeah, all none of them. I don't know. If we put some hashtags Wisconsin on here, they might.
Can we say Wisconsin?
You can.
Thank you.
You can say whatever you want, apparently.
Uh,
But yeah, I think we should bless the rope guy. I mean, all the other people didn't sign up. They just were riding a coaster and got stuck. But the
All right.
rope guy,
rope dude that gave
Was-
advice?
Pod bless
duty.
your heart, sweetie.
his name was probably
Doug.
I love that the
Doug.
person writing the article
Doug. Sounds like a good rope guy.
thought that was important enough to put in there. This guy came over and gave us advice.
I mean, there's always going to be an advice guy.
I guess.
I like to do that. I like to look at things that I can't do anything for and be like, well, if it's me, I'd kick the dog.
I just think of Ricky Bobby's dad.
I was probably drunk when I said that.
That's the worst advice ever.
Where isn't he always like, no, I'm retired? Or like, what's he say?
What is it? Retired semi-professional. Turns out the park said the ride had been inspected recently.
Yeah, sure it was.
And by that they mean someone went, huh, it's still there.
Someone got their palms greased instead of the roller coaster greased
Yeah.
because grease helps it move. Anyway, thanks everybody for tuning in.
Beep, 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 beep.
Yeah, we got to have us go out there and try you some cheese balls and ketchup.
Oh, I forgot. I was supposed to say
Post to say.
that the services for Hubert will be Tuesday here at Grace Point at 6 p.m. So if you'd like to be at that, join
That's
us,
where
please.
you go. Yeah.
Yep.
Put that to a screeching halt.
No, I know, but I couldn't not say that. I had to remember to say that because we're trying to get the information out there as quick as possible. There
Yeah.
will be other information going out in the morning.
Cool.
Yep.
But other than that, thanks for tuning in with us. Try you some cheese balls and ketchup. Try you some
Seriously.
calorie paste.
Potato chips and mayo and
G-
ketchup.
goo?
Yeah.
What's the goo paste?
Maybe don't try the goo
It's goo.
paste.
Yeah, try it.
Did
You're
you
trying-
get any cherry from that at all? Or any
I
flavor?
loved the goo.
I tasted the calories.
I
every
saw
one
your
of 'em.
face.
It didn't taste good, but I loved it.
Sometimes adversity is something that's needed in love, Sometimes it's a
I
goo.
guess.
Yeah, if you're out there watching, make sure to go out there and like, share, and subscribe, y'all. If you could rate and review as well. If you're on here listening right now, look at the app you're listening from and see if you can go leave 5 stars in a little review saying, hey, these guys are pretty okay.
Yeah.
It helps
They only
us
talk
out.
about death for a little bit.
Yeah, this episode. It was only 20 minutes. But yeah, go out there and help us out by sharing and liking. We'll be posting some more videos here and there, so make sure to share those. If you can just send them to your friends or like them and leave a comment. It doesn't even have to make sense. You could just say leg arm or whatever you want to say. You could say any kind of weird thing you want to on there. It helps us out, though, when more things get talked about or commented on or liked. So
Sweet.
we appreciate your help there. But yeah,
That's all.
I think we We cover everything.
Mm-hmm.
Wait, is there any more preaching or death that we need to go over? I'm just kidding.
Be positive.
Be positive. Yep. Oh, but yeah,
Eat cheese balls.
cheese balls are good.
Eat positive.
Don't
Eat-
ride coasters
eat fresh.
at parks or whatever fairs.
Carnivals, yeah.
Carnivals.
Definitely
Yeah,
not
with that.
fairs.
We used to have one called Kick Booty at Turkey Creek. It came to Turkey Creek, and it was just a bunch of metal chairs hooked to chains, and it would swing you around, and you would kick the person in front of you out as it was spinning around. It was funny because they'd get on there and say, "All right, kick booty," and you would just kick the person in front of you and push them way out, swing them really high. I don't know how people didn't die on that thing. It was just chains
What?
and metal chairs, and they had a bar and a foot bar you could grab in front of you.
Christina says we're cool. That means we're cool, right?
I think that is sarcasm.
So cool. That's what it means.
She meant to put air quotes. You guys are cool.
Well, I'm Joey.
and I'm Josh.
I'm Brett.
What'd you say?
This
It's
Podbless.
Podbless. Did you have the music ready?
No, because I thought we
No.
were going to do it again, and then we
No.
didn't.
That's fine.
Well, there goes all of our coolness.
That we may
I
or
don't
may
think
not
we
have.
really had it. Sardines and mustard. That needs to be next week, Philip said.
I can't do sardines. That's gross.
I can't. I
Hey,
can't.
just like I tell Ben, you never know until you